Hello, this is Small Head Big Problems. I'm a small head, and I've got big problems. So we're back to solving and explaining 3 TMUA problems on camera with no preparation in less than 10 minutes. This is episode 3, and these are problems 7 to 9 from the 2016 paper 1. Remember, the TMUA is a multiple choice exam that does not require showing any workings. So the point is to get to the correct answer as fast as possible. Hopefully, I'm showcasing the kind of speed that is required to do well. All right, let's go. Okay, question 7. 60% of a sports club's members are women and the remainder are men. This sports club offers the opportunity to play tennis or cricket. Every member plays exactly one of the two sports. 2/5 of the male members of the club play cricket. 2/3 of the cricketing members of the club are women. What is the probability that a member of the club chosen at random is a woman who plays tennis? All right, so pause the video, try the problem yourself. I will copy it to the board. So, um, yes, these problems are not too interesting so far. These are like pretty standard A-level, like even like GCSE problem. This is quite more GCSE. So this is a classic like two-way table situation, as they call it. You've got like a population, which is split into two sort of uh categories, right? Women and men, and then sort of cricket players and well, tennis players and cricket players, right? And so it's important here that everyone is either a woman or a man, and everyone either plays tennis or cricket. So, they these characteristics partition the group. So we can create a nice little table where we have men, women, tennis, cricket, and we can, populate. It's potentially quite nice to like sort of pick some kind of like total um amount of players. Um, let's see, we have 2/5, 2/3. I mean, 60%. So that's kind of fifth thirds. I think like if we pick say like 30 or something, like they will make our calculations easy, right? So 60% of the club members are women, the remainder are men. So 60% of 30 is, why am I bugging? 2/5, 3/5, I mean, 18. So the men are 12. 2/5 of the male members of the club play cricket. Okay. So out of the males, 2/5 play cricket. So I mean, right now, my choice of 30 is not so good. Anyway, 2/5 of 12 is well 24/5, right? 12 times 2/5, 24/5. Um, so cricket, so 24/5, and then the rest, right? So 24. That's a nice enough decimal. It's 4.8. It's 4.8 or 24/5, and then the rest 7.2. Yeah. Okay. And 2/3 of the cricketing members of the club are women. Let's see. So 2/3 of the cricketing members are women. Okay, so that's interesting. So we know that the male cricketers are 4.8 and 2/3 are women. So that means it's 1/3 of the cricketers, and this is 2/3. So that means like the women are just like sort of twice the men, which is gonna be 9.6. 4.8 times 2 is 9.6. Okay, so far that's what I have. We could populate the rest. So what is the probability that a member of the club chosen at random is a woman who plays tennis? Okay, so we basically just want this. Um, Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I was kind of stupid to pick 30 actually. You could just kind of done the probabilities. Well, anyway, yeah. So this will be 18 minus 9.6, which is 8.4, right? So 8.4 over 30. What is that? Let's make it into you know, some integers. So like multiply by 5 top and bottom, right? Make that into an integer, or by 10, doesn't matter. 5, so that's 40, and that's 2. So 42, yeah, over 150. Can divide that by 2 and can divide that by 3, I believe. That's 325. 8 over 25, is that a thing? Definitely can't simplify that. Oh, 7 over 25, 11 over 25. Dang it. Um, yeah, that's because I can't do maths. That's 21 and that's 7. Okay, super. So I pick B, 7 over 25. Yeah, again, if I did it again, I'd probably just work with fractions. So the total would be 1. So the entries would you just be looking at the probabilities. So let's check the answer. Yeah, 7 over 25, the answer is B. Oh, so they use 300. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sort of 60% there. Suggest we work with a multiple of 100. 2/3, we work with a multiple of 3. So yeah, that would have worked. So far, not too interesting. Um, but yeah, let's hope it gets better. Question A. Find a maximum angle x in the range 0 to x between 0 and 360, which satisfies the equation cos squared of 2x plus root 3 sine of 2x minus 7 over 4 equals 0. Is it 30, 60, 120, 150, 210, 240, 300, and 330? Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. So try the question yourself, and I will copy it to the board. Okay. So, I mean, again, like pretty standard, like A-level question. What's interesting is like you've got different options here. Uh, and like you could just try them one by one. Like, genuinely that might be the solution. I mean, of course you don't have access to a calculator, but if you know your exact trig values, then it's not bad. Um, mm, mm, but you can just solve this directly by, well, you know, we have 2x and 2x. So this is an equation kind of in 2x, if you like. And you have a cos squared here and a sine x. So if we turn that cos squared to like 1 minus sine squared, then we end up with a quadratic for sine of 2x, right? That would be the standard way of solving this. So, I mean, I feel like it's a bit boring and tedious to like try each option. So I'm going to do it this way. So we'll let sort of, let's say t equal to 2x, right? So that if we're looking for x in the range 0 to 360, then we're looking for t in the range 0 to, well, basically double each endpoint, right? So 0 to 720. Okay, so I'll change that cosine squared to 1 minus sine squared as I promised. And yeah, let me kind of minus everything and simplify. So we got sine squared t minus root 3 sine t. And then 1 minus, so that's minus 3/4 of plus 3 over 4. And how about I just multiply by 4? Clear that fraction. Cool. Um, yeah, I mean, could use the quadratic formula there. Um, why not? So sine t equals. I mean, there's a root here, so that's kind of challenging to factorize, but can I do it? 2 and 2. Yeah, isn't it a square actually? So isn't it just 2 sine t minus root 3 all squared. Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's cool. So that simplifies things quite a lot because we just get that, yeah, 2 sine of t minus root 3 must be equal to 0. So sine t equals root 3 over 2. We just kind of do our unit circle, right? So root 3 over 2 is here, somewhere here, and that's one of the exact, trig values giving us here, pi over 3. We want the smallest, no, sorry, the maximum. Ooh, yeah, my bad. We want the maximum solution. Uh, so yeah, that's gonna be gotten by. Okay, so t is at either pi over 3 or 2 pi over 3, or we can add, yeah, we can add like multiples of 2 pi. We can add 2 pi to both of these, right? Because we're looking for, oh, I'm sorry, it's in degrees. Sorry. So it's instead 60 and 120. And we can add 360 to get 420 and 480, of course. Right, so that's going to give us the maximum value for x, right? X is just a half of t. T was 2x. So 240 would be the answer. Genuinely, like if you know your like exact trig values, which you kind of need to, and yeah, like you can calculate stuff pretty quickly. Like generally, like you could try each of these. Like it might have just taken less time to just go up from the biggest to the smallest and try like that. But that was a bit boring for me, maybe for you as well. So we did it. Okay, let's check the answer then. The answer is F. Super. Question 9. The line segment joining the points 3, 3 and 7, 5 is the diameter of a circle. The circle is translated by 3 units in the negative x direction, then reflected in the x-axis, and then enlarged by a scale factor of 4 about the center of the resulting circle. The equation of the final circle is blah, 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 blah. Please pause the video and try the question yourself. I will copy it to the board. Okay, so I think probably the easiest way I can think of solving this question is figuring out, what is the center and radius of the original circle, right? Uh, which is easy because the center is right in the middle of, any diameter, and the radius is just, half the, the distance, so half the diameter. Um, Also, like if we translate a circle by 3 units in the x direction and we reflect it in the x-axis, and then we enlarge it by a factor of 4, right? Well, it's still a circle. But we just got to figure out like where the center is and how big it is. So clearly how big it is, like is the radius will be 4 times the original radius. So already like it's going to be pretty easy. Wait, did I get all the options? Yeah, just these 6. So it's going to be pretty easy to see like is it E or F, C, D or A, B. But kind of seeing where the center ends up is a bit more difficult. I mean, well, not really, actually. Not really. I mean, it's the kind of translation and reflections are easier, but yeah. No, it's fine. Uh, and then enlarged by a scale factor for, ooh, okay, that's it. I misread. So 3 units in the negative x direction, then reflected in the x-axis, and then enlarged by a scale factor of 4 about the center of the resulting circle. So it's really important, right? Where is the center? It's not the origin. It's about the center of the resulting circle. So that actually makes it kind of easier because that transformation doesn't change like the location of the center. Okay, so let's go straight for it. what is the original center, call it C, the original one, will be like the average of these 2 points, right? The midpoint of these 2 points given, right? Because, of course, it's a diameter, then the center is right in the middle, 3, 3, 7, 5. So it's 3 plus 7 over 2, 3 plus 5 over 2, it's 10 over 2, 8 over 2, okay, 5, 4. And then the radius equals, obviously, just the kind of, well, half the distance, half the diameter. So I could just go half the square root of 7 minus 3 squared. It's 5 minus squared. 4 squared plus 2 squared. 4 squared is 16, 2 squared is 4, so a half root 20. We can take a factor of 4 out, cancel the 2, so it's just root 5. Cool. Okay, so obviously the new radius will be 4 times root 5. And so the square of that, which is going to be the right-hand side of the equation, is 16 times 5 is 80. So already it's either C or D. Then the center, what's the center going to do? So 5, 4, if you translate it in the x direction by 3 units, it's going to go to 2, 4, right? Just take away 3 here. If you reflect it in the x-axis, you're just flipping the y-coordinate to its negative. And then if you enlarge it by a factor of 4 about the center of the resulting circle, well, obviously that doesn't change the location of that center. So it's 2, negative 4, so it's D. Okay, it's D. Did you figure it out? Let us know if you found any different, better solutions in the comments. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you are interested in getting private tutoring, send me a message. My details are in the description. See you next time.